Hey everyone, welcome to 2020, and this is the first video of the new year. Hope you guys had a good Christmas and holidays and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and all that. We are back rolling again. This year I just want to do everything just a little bit better. I got tired of using the external lav mic. You'll see me using that here again. I got a new microphone, so I wanted to test it out. Tomorrow I fly out to Seattle to the Aquarium co-op. Today I'm just gonna walk around my fish room, show you guys what I do every morning, and bore you with that kind of crap, so follow along. Alright, first when I come down the stairs I make sure everything is alright, all the lights are on. Usually when I come down in the morning, everything should be on. There's no fish on the floor, there's no fish that's gone suicidal, and we don't want another Epstein on our hands here. And I push my cart around. So this is the cart I got from Target. Actually got it from Facebook Marketplace. You can find it at Target. You can find these at probably like a Michael's or something like that. Has everything on there. All my pH, TDS meters, all my razor blades, all food, everything, all conditioners. Right now, since we need B-roll, I whip out my camera and I'll start taking pictures of some fish. There's guppies, there's penguin tetras, long fin corridoras. Like this one right here. Let's take a picture of that one. So a lot of people ask what kind of camera I use. I use a Sony a7 III with a 90mm macro lens. And the guppies are probably the hardest things to film or photograph in an aquarium. A lot of these plants I did just throw them in there with the pots and everything. As you can see, this water sprite right here. I'll just use this camera to show you. Now you can see this water sprite right here. The pot is still in there. See that? There's also a crit back there with a little guppy. And look at this giant snail. Here, I'll feed this tank. Usually this tank deserves extreme krill flakes. I did a review on these. I am now sponsored by these guys, so take that as you will, but it is my favorite fish food. There you go. Everybody eats it. It crushes into little tiny bits, so the guppy fry eats it, and everyone's happy. Alright, let's move on to the next tank. Alright, so up next we have, let me move this cart out of the way. Up next we have the 55-gallon, which doesn't get a lot of care. The way I aquascape this, there's only supposed to be sand up here, but the corridoras just drives everything up front. And then I spend my time just, you know, getting my little blade thing and putting it back, and then it comes back up front again, and then it looks ugly. So I think I'm just gonna get a bunch of Val and just grow it everywhere on the back here. And just say screw it. There's one right there. And then we got these little cool carry tetras, which are my favorite in here. More than the Costello tetras. Look at these little guys. Food, same thing with this tank. It gets the krill flakes, but in addition to, they also get the spirulina flake, which is a nice green flavor. And it's probably very bitter for them, but I got some amanos in here that really appreciate this stuff, and I think everybody else wouldn't mind it either. I have this skunk cory that has only one eye. I'll show you guys him right now. I bought him this way. See, we have one eye on the other side. He's missing an eye right there. And I'm gonna grab some little krill flake here so they get their meat too. But yeah, wish this tank did a lot better. I know it's growing in well, I guess you could say, but I wish it was more lush and planty. Yeah, on to the next tank. The 29-gallon high twin. I call it a twin because there's another tank down there that you're not gonna see. It's a big hole mess. This tank is doing not so good. Not so good. It has its ups and downs, just like an elevator, but Jeez, please decide on something. Sometimes all the algae will go away, then it comes back, then it goes away. But why I say this tank does well sometimes, or today, is because the rice fish has babies. Well, it has the eggs. I'm gonna try to get a shot of it right now, if I can. Let's see here. See those babies? The eggs hang on to the mother. It's pretty cool. So yeah, she is pregnant, which is the best thing about this tank. Although, I wish the wine reds, here, let me get the camera again. Like this little guy. Wish these wine reds, like this one on the CO2 thing right here, would get preggers, but they're not. Yeah, this tank, not much else to say. I do feed it spirulina flakes. And it has a little bit of everything, just for everybody. Alright, since we're not going to see this bottom tank right here because it's a hell of a mess, and the shot is weird, I don't want to go down there. We'll move on to the next tank. Alright, we have a chair here. This tank is actually doing very well. Algae has completely almost subsided. I got a string right there. I'll just get my tweezers and kind of pull it out. Alrighty. Speaking of, you guys gotta see this thing here. Let me get my camera. Alright, so check this out. There's you guys right there. But I got that little plastic thing I was talking about a couple of videos ago. I do hang it on the side of my little cart here. And all my tools are on there. Pretty neat, right? As you can see, the rest of the food down there, all my conditioners. Enough about the cart, which, by the way, you should buy one. This tank is actually coming back. Got a couple bloodfin tetras. One jumped out, so there's probably 7 left. HC is finally taking hold. The moss is growing nice. The pogo salmon back there is superb. Alright, on to the goldfish tank. Alright, now on to the big one. This is a 105-gallon tank gifted to me by Custom Aquariums. So, yeah, let me put the light here. There you go. So, it is sponsored. I did win it though, so there's a fine line there. 105-gallon tank, bare bottom. I got a couple of things that I probably shouldn't be showing. You may notice there's only 4 freaking goldfish left in here. Let me tell you what. When I made the video, a lot of people were really complaining about South Coast Gems, I think is where I bought it. A lot of them were really in bad shape. Like 2 died off right off the bat, and then another one died a couple days later. And then I took a trip to Philadelphia to go visit my girlfriend. I came back and 3 were dead. And that one's my favorite right there. And it just sucks. But they're eating well now. I do feed these guys spirulina flakes because of their veggie diet. I could give them a lot of fat to get that wen growing. But I really like this food. They chomp this all up. If you guys want a couple of videos watching them eat, I could do that. It looks like Christmas all over again, guys. A lot of people did ask me, are these really true pandas? No, they're not true pandas from Thailand. They are tricolors, but they do look cool though. On to the tank beside it. Oh, this is taking forever. Alright, I don't need a cart for this one because this is the newest tank. Don't really need to do anything. Me and Lizzie set this up. She planted, and then, you know, me and her figured out the scape together. I absolutely love this tank. Yeah, let me move this a little bit closer so you guys can see me. Oh, speaking of, I got this towel here from Lizzie for Christmas. Pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not much to say about this tank. It's the 15-gallon Fluvault Flora. Back here, let me get my camera. So this filter I got from Amazon. I think it's about 10-15 bucks. Works pretty well. Collects all the dwarf hair grass there. Just a regular old filter, running very lightly. And I wish it could run a little bit more by adjusting this, but this is the most powerful it goes. So whatever, right? And this is the Dennerlay light that comes with that fancy triggering mechanism there. It's a pretty strong light. As you can see, a lot of fungus already growing on the wood. That is completely normal. Alright, I guess we're move on to my last tank, which is the turtle tank. So I'll flip you guys around here. Alright, last but not least, we have the turtle tank. Actually, let me back this up a little bit. Alright, turtle tank. She obviously is doing okay. I'm gonna show you guys her real quick here. Here she is. She sits right there, comes up, takes a breath, comes back down, does her thing. I really like how my mangroves are doing. And the lily pads, there's some lilies down there as well, as you can see there. There's a Buenos Aires tetra. And there she is. Let's take her out real quick and I'll show you guys her. Try not to drop my camera. Hey girl! Look at her. I'm gonna take her over to this light because it's a little bit better. Adjust that. Wow, look at that. See her bottom there. Those thick thighs like always. Alright, let's go put her back. Alright. And then the betta section over there, which we won't go through. Alright guys, let's wrap this up. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy your time here today. I know it's not much a video, but we're ringing in the new year with an update, and that's how I like to start it. And I do have a couple of ideas for videos in the next coming couple of weeks. I just need some help to film it, so that should give you an idea of how cool these videos should be. Should. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for all the support last year. Hopefully this year you guys continue to follow along and see what I do. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Also, thank you for all my sponsors. Extreme, Custom Aquariums. You guys are awesome. Bye.